Hello everybody and welcome back. So this video is going to look at a right angle triangle now, and how can I solve for the other sides of that triangle when I've been given the hypotenuse and this angle of 36 degrees. So in some of the previous videos I looked at how do I pick which trig function that I use. If you're still stuck on which trig function that you can use, hopefully this can help, but if not, go back and rewatch one of those videos just to make sure we're getting that fundamental down. So I've been given a hypotenuse and I've been given angle theta. So now when I pick my trigonomic function, I have to look for, okay, what am I solving for? And the first one, let's solve for this vertical component here. So because I've been given this angle, this name is now my opposite because it is opposite that angle. So if I'm looking for my opposite, I've been given my hypotenuse and an angle. I need to go and look at all my trig functions and pick which one do I want. Tan theta, that one's out the window. I have an opposite, perfect. I don't have an adjacent. So I can't use this function because I'm missing two components with it. I don't know the opposite, and I don't know what the adjacent value is either, so I can't use that. Cos theta, I have a hypotenuse, okay? I have an angle, perfect, but this isn't going to solve for my adjacent. I'm not looking for my adjacent right now. I'm looking for my opposite. So sine theta, I have an angle, that's fantastic. I'm looking for the opposite, that's fine, and I've been given the hypotenuse. Great, so my sine function is what I'm going to use. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. And I always like to write it down. Just make sure that I'm always following the proper steps. So now I'm looking to solve for my opposite. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to need to transpose this formula. Opposite is being divided by hypotenuse. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So I will multiply this side by my hypotenuse. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I will multiply this side by my hypotenuse. These two now cancel because they are the opposite function. It's why we transposed it that way. And I end up with a hypotenuse times the sine of my angle is going to equal the magnitude of that hypotenuse. So 45, in this case we said this hypotenuse was 45 volts times the sine of 36 degrees is going to equal my opposite. So in this case, the magnitude of that opposite would be 26.450 is the magnitude of that vertical component for this triangle. So I hope this has helped just to see how we can solve one of the sides of our triangle. And the next one we'll look at, well, how do I solve the adjacent value? Hope this has helped. We'll see you in the next one.